Today in this video, we're going to be growing lettuce under this Mars Hydro FC3000 strip light to compare two different brands of powder nutrients here. And I got the General Hydroponics Maxigrow here on the left, which is what these two containers contain. And I got the VEG+BLOOM brand here on the right. This is the RO/soft version. I weighed the nutrients out with my gram scale at 5 grams exactly per gallon. And I also made sure that with my Apogee MQ500 par meter that the par levels are exact on each one of these container tops. So we're going to be growing the black-seeded Simpson variety of lettuce. Now in this video we're not going to be using the Maxigrow since we're only growing lettuce, but I will be doing videos with the Maxigrow in the future, so subscribe if you're interested in see videos like that. Mainly the reason why I'm doing this is because the General Hydroponics is cheaper and I want to see if there's going to be any benefit to that, or just at least just make sure it works just as well as the VEG+BLOOM, because I've had good success growing multiple types of plants with the VEG+BLOOM from start to finish, including fruiting, even growing watermelon. As far as the differences between these two types of powders, I noticed right off the bat was the Maxigrow has very little odor to it, and the VEG+BLOOM kind of smells like a multivitamin, a very, very strong smell of a multivitamin. And when you mix them with water, the VEG+BLOOM has a red tint to it, and the Maxigrow has a green tint to it. So we're going to go ahead and start growing these. I'll be making updates if necessary throughout this grow, and we'll come back when we're finished. The reason why I chose to compare these two types of nutrients for this particular test is because of how close they are to each other. So the VEG+BLOOM here is an 8.513 and the Maxigrow is a 10.514. So there's basically just 2% more nitrogen by weight in the Maxigrow. The potassium is basically exactly the same, and the phosphorus is only 1% difference. So very, very close to each other as far as that goes, but that is the biggest difference is the nitrogen. So you can use the Maxigrow to actually grow from start to finish for a lot of plants. You're not going to get as good at flowering or as good at fruiting necessarily, but it is a general purpose. So on the back here, if we look real close, I'm probably going to pause the video here for you just to show you and compare both of these, but the small amounts of things in here, which is the less than 1%, even that stuff is very comparable to each other. So I just thought I would show that real quick just for anyone who's interested. Alright, it has been 1 month almost exactly since I started this experiment, and I didn't find any need to do any updates through this entire grow. There really wasn't anything to talk about. So now what we're going to do is we're going to pick all these and weigh them after we dry them out. But before we do that, let's go ahead and do a quick taste test. Now I'm not expecting there to be any difference in taste whatsoever. These all look pretty much identical. They've all been growing almost the exact same way, and there's not really any color difference, so I wouldn't expect there to be a taste difference. But I'm going to tear off just a little edge of this leaf here, and the amount that I'm tearing off here isn't going to be anything of significance when this is dried out and weighed. This is basically nothing when you compare it to the overall weight. So let's taste this one here. I'm going to try this one, about the same size. No, they both taste exactly the same. And here's the wet weight of plant 1 growing under the General Hydroponics. And here's the wet weight of plant 2. Here's the wet weight of plant 1 grown under the VEG+BLOOM nutrients. And here is plant 2. So very close to the same weight and a significant reduction in overall weight versus the General Hydroponics, as I would come to expect because there was slightly more nitrogen in the General Hydroponics. Here is the root mass from the lettuce head that was grown in the General Hydroponics nutrients. Roots are looking pretty good. And here is the root mass from the VEG+BLOOM. And you can see that it is a bit smaller, and that pretty much correlates with the smaller plant. As far as the water levels that are left over, they're all pretty much the same. I looked in all 4 of these. So now with a 24% difference by weight, when you compare both of these, let's go ahead and dry them out and see if there's the same difference. Alright, now that the lettuce is dehydrated, this is the VEG+BLOOM weight, which is 18.6 grams of dry weight, and that is obviously minus the cardboard that it is sitting on. And here is the dry weight of the lettuce that was grown in the General Hydroponics, which is 20.9 grams. That is an 11.6% difference by weight. Well, I hope you enjoyed this short little video. If I had to choose between either one of those products, I wouldn't hesitate to use either one of those to grow leafy greens. However, the General Hydroponics brand is a lot cheaper. So in the next video, we're going to be growing more plants under these two Mars Hydro SP3000 lights doing the exact same experiment, except with cucumbers. So if you're interested in anything you saw here in this video as far as the nutrients go or other products, I will be leaving affiliate links in the description below, and I do get a small commission if you use those links, but it doesn't cost you anything extra. Also, in the future, I'm going to be doing a Mars Hydro Grow Light giveaway. If you're interested in winning any grow lights from Mars Hydro, all you have to do is follow this video series and wait for further instructions. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching.